If you treat Chattanooga like one big neighborhood, you will either overpay or buy in the wrong pocket. And sophisticated buyers, they quietly compete over a few very specific neighborhood types: river-adjacent streets, mountain brow views, and design-forward pockets. Most people don't even know to ask for it. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 5 Chattanooga micro neighborhood types that consistently sit at the top of my clients' shortlist, and more importantly, who each one is for and who it is absolutely not for. Stay to the end and you'll know which 2 types fit you best and how to run your situation through a short online diagnostic that does the matching for you. I'm Kelly Bridenstine at Broadstone Media LLC and a real estate agent with eXp Realty here in Chattanooga. I help design-forward relocators buy homes that match how they actually live and not just what looks good in photos. Let's zoom in. Macro versus micro, and why this even matters. Most people search like this: homes near Chattanooga or 30 minutes to downtown Chattanooga. The problem is you can drive 10 to 20 minutes and go from Browtop Mountain View to walkable riverfront to lakefront cul-de-sac to a fast-growing luxury corridor without ever leaving the metro. So here's the rule I use with my clients: buy the micro location, not the mailing address. Microlocation is the exact hilltop, the pocket near a specific park or bay, the walkable triangle between your favorite cafe, trail, and your front door. If you get that right, almost any beautiful home feels incredible. Get that wrong, and even a gorgeous home will feel like a mismatch. Here's a quick refresher from episode 1. You built your lifestyle brief. Now we're going to match that brief to the right micro neighborhood type. And the same logic is baked into my online diagnostic so you can formalize it in a few minutes later. Type number 1, North Shore. If your brief said things like walkable coffee, riverfront running path, boutiques, galleries, and parks, you're probably a North Shore kind of person. Picture this. You walk to breakfast, cross the Walnut Street Bridge on foot, jog through Coolidge Park, and your biggest problem is choosing between coffee spots on Fraser Avenue or along the riverfront. You'll see historic homes and tree-lined streets in North Shore, Riverview, and Hill City. Renovated cottages and bungalows and newer townhomes or small mixed-use buildings tucked into existing blocks. Who is this for? People who value character plus convenience over total seclusion. Buyers who want restaurants, parks, and river access in their weekly rhythm. Now, who is this not for? Anyone who needs absolute silence at night. People who get stressed by local events and traffic, or weekend visitors and tourists. If you wrote walkable river culture on your lifestyle brief and then you buy 25 minutes out, you will quietly resent that choice. North Shore is how you avoid that. Type number 2, lookout and signal, elevated retreats. If your brief was full of words like views, retreat, feels like a mountain house but not in the middle of nowhere, we're probably talking about the elevated retreat type. Think Lookout Mountain and Signal Mountain and the quieter ridge roads that sit above the valley. Up here, you're buying sky and silence as much as you're buying square footage. Homes range from long-time brow estates on Lookout Mountain to modern builds in Signal Mountain to high-character renovations perched above the Tennessee River Valley. Who is this for? Buyers who want a destination feeling every time they drive home. People who recharge with quiet trails and big skies. Who this is not for? Anyone who gets nervous on curvy roads. People who will resent a 15 to 25, sometimes 30-minute drive to downtown for dinner. Here's a hidden trade-off. Some of the best views come with older infrastructure and quirky lots, and that's where inspections and local context save you from learning the hard way. If sunset on the brow lights you up and walking to every restaurant doesn't, this type belongs on your short list. Type number 3, downtown and south side, design forward, lock and leave. If your brief said walk to dinner, rooftop drinks, lock and leave, now we're in the design forward, lock and leave type. Think downtown Chattanooga, the Southside Arts and Restaurant District, and select buildings along the riverfront and MLK Boulevard. Here, you're trading yard space for elevators, terraces, and instant access to restaurants, arts, and events. Architecturally, you'll see modern condos, converted lofts, design-driven townhomes, and small infill buildings on formerly underused Southside lots. Who is this for? People who travel frequently and want low-maintenance living. Buyers who get energy from lights, sound, and people. And who this is not for? Buyers who need large private yards. Anyone who equates luxury with no one within a mile of me. Here's some nuance worth thinking about though. 2 homes 5 blocks apart can live completely differently based on street noise, future development, and building management. This is where micro neighborhood thinking really pays off. If date night on foot matters more to you than swing set in the backyard, this is usually the right sandbox to play in. If you're watching this and thinking, I see myself in more than one of these types, which one am I? Well, don't guess. I built an online Chattanooga luxury relocation diagnostic for exactly these kinds of questions. It is a private 4 to 6 minute online diagnostic for serious relocators considering Chattanooga's upper tier. It is not a sales call in disguise or a lead form fed to an algorithm, nor is it a tool for casual browsers with no intention of ever making a move. It asks you, why this move right now? Your real move-in window, your purchase range, the daily life outcomes you're moving toward, and how you would rank views, commute, schools, privacy, walkability, airport access, architecture, new versus established builds, and what you'd most regret 2 years after buying the right home in the right city, but in the wrong micro neighborhood. Type number 4, East I-75 Luxury Corridor and Premier Enclaves. If your brief said newer construction, strong schools, easy access to shops and the airport, you're probably a fit for the luxury corridor and premier enclaves type along the East I-75 spine, specifically the upper tier of Ottawa, Hamilton, or Hunter, and select custom enclaves in the East Brainerd and Collegedale corridor. These pockets offer newer builds on larger lots, modern floor plans with strong finishes, community amenities, and quick access to major employers, Hamilton Place, and the airport. Who is this for? Families who want space, amenities, and predictable routines. Buyers who value strong school options and efficient commuting, and who this is not for. People who romanticize historic quirks and older streets more than they value newer systems and layouts. Anyone who truly loves to walk to everything. But here is an important trade-off that you need to be aware of. You often get more house for your money and strong community amenities, but you trade away some spontaneity, walkable nightlife, and old neighborhood charm. If your perfect weekday sounds like short drive, smooth schools, strong amenities, this type deserves serious attention. Type number 5, water and ridge escapes. If your brief said waterfront, bigger lot, value without sacrificing quality, you're probably drawn to the water and ridge escapes type. Think Harrison Bay and Chickamauga Lake for serious waterfront, Soddy Daisy for emerging high-end new construction on real land, and Jasper Highlands on the Cumberland Plateau for the ridgetop living with long-range views and architectural standards. Here you'll see custom lakefront homes on Chickamauga Lake with private docks and open water views. High-end construction in Soddy Daisy and significantly large closer in. And Jasper Highlands, a master-planned ridge community with design covenants, panoramic vistas, and a real point of view on what luxury looks like outside the city. Who is this for? Serious boaters and water-centric lifestyles, buyers who want space, privacy, and views and are comfortable with a longer drive to downtown. Someone who is value-forward luxury buyer who cares about what they're getting per dollar. Now, who is this definitely not for? People who need fast, daily in and out access to the urban core. Buyers who prefer dense, walkable urban texture. But again, there's a trade-off here as well. You trade some immediate urban convenience for water, land, and long-range views that are hard to find closer in. If your perfect Saturday sounds like coffee on the deck, overlooking Chickamauga Lake, a boat out on Harrison Bay, or a sunset over Cumberland Plateau from Jasper Highlands, this type is probably your lane. How to pick your top 2. This is a forced ranking, so let's make this actionable. On a sheet of paper, list the 5 types we've been discussing so far. Number 1, North Shore. 2, elevated retreats. 3, design forward, lock and leave. 4, luxury corridor and premier enclaves. And 5, water and ridge escapes. Next to each one, give it a rank from 1 to 5. 1 means best fit for how we actually live, and 5 means worst fit for how we actually live. Now listen, there are no ties. You have to pick. And when you're done, your number 1 type is your primary focus. Your number 2 is your backup to explore. 3, 4, and 5 move to nice to understand, but not where we spend our energy or flights. That simple ranking is how my best clients avoid decision fatigue and still feel incredibly confident on closing day. Your next move from this episode is simple. Complete the Chattanooga Luxury Relocation Diagnostic. You'll answer why this move now, your real timeline, your purchase range, the daily life outcomes you're moving toward, and how you rank views, commute, schools, privacy, walkability, airport access, architecture, and new and established builds. And very importantly, the one regret you're most afraid of 2 years after buying the wrong home here. Within 24 hours, you'll receive 1 of 3 responses from me. A custom neighborhood map with a short loom video overview, an invitation to a 30-minute relocation strategy session, or a candid note that this market is not the right fit right now, and where possible, a referral to someone better positioned to help you with your move. No autoresponder, no template, just a direct response to your situation. In the next episode, we're going to take this 1 level deeper and talk about how to use Chattanooga to upgrade your life without overbuying or overextending. Location is part of it, but how you think about leverage matters just as much. I'm Kelly Bridenstine. This is Chattanooga Curated. I'll see you in episode 3.